first podcast with Mr. Crothers, we had kind of discussed that Invisible Glass almost became its own brand. Like y'all have had to brand things, not Stoner Car Care, but Invisible Glass, just to kind of get them in the Walmart. So that's just shows you how good that product was and took off. So that's crazy right there. Mm-hmm. But that rolls back to SEMA and unveiling the next, Pro line ceramic, and that's the brand new Trim Shine ceramic. So we talked about the glass coating. Now you're rolling out the new one. There it is, the Trim Shine ceramic. So tell us a little bit about that and what we can expect from it.
Yeah, so when we got in the ceramic game last year with Invisible Glass, and it actually even started before that, I think probably 5-6 years ago, I remember going into a professional shop, a guy that did detailing. He did a lot of other accessories and things like that. And he was showing me ceramics. And, at that time, ceramics were really hard to work with. And, we had thought about getting in that game, but it was really just a pro game. And, we were going to do it for that, but we wanted something that could kind of be used by everybody. So we kept on playing around with ceramics, got the Invisible Glass out last year, and then we just did the trim this year. And the trim was just something we wanted to get to after glass. Invisible Glass is such a powerful product. That was kind of first. But trim, we thought we could do a great job with our ceramic with that. Leading up to SEMA, we actually even had some trim outside of our office. Our R&D guys are testing it at another location. We kind of just did our own test here at our office. So we had pieces of trim sitting outside for 2 years straight. Oh, wow. It's a funny but tragic story. We were going to bring those trim pieces to SEMA because we had kept them on. There were some other competitors' products, and this trim looked still black, and the deep shine to it was awesome. And they were sitting outside, and somebody stole them from our location. We literally had them tied down, zip tied to this picnic table outside. And we kept on going out there looking at it all excited. And then one day they disappeared, and we're in this industrial park and nobody would own up to it. So we never found them again. But fortunately, we did videotape it along the way, took pictures. So we do have proof. Yeah, when we launched, somebody had written on a comment for this trim product, like, how do you guys know it lasts for 5 years? And, you just launched it. How do you know that? It's like, well, we don't launch products, just wake up this morning and launch it tomorrow. Yeah. Always a lot of thought into it. It usually takes years. You got to do compatibility testing with the bottles and the labels. And there's a lot that goes into the packaging, different formulations that people probably just never think about. So when we get a product out to market, it's been played with for years probably, because that's just what it is. Right.
Yeah, the Invisible Glass, glass coating just made sense that was going to be our first, entry into ceramic coatings, Invisible Glass coating. So completely makes sense. So after that, coming up with the trim coating, where y'all just like, man, we're liking these coatings. Let's just keep pumping them out.
Yeah, and these are real professional grade ceramics. We all know this ceramic term gets thrown about. It's a little bit of a gray area. Yep. We kind of call the pro ceramics, it has to have polysiloxane. Okay. So that's a organic substance that we get. It's pretty rare. You get it out of one place in this globe, but it's almost like a varnish. It adds a coating. So for example, the glass, it gives you that sacrificial layer to the glass. It hardens the glass, gives a 9H hardness, but it also makes it super hydrophobic. As far as trim, it really locks in and brings back that blackness. You'll see trim. We've all seen it. It gets weathered. It gets gray looking. It just ruins the appearance of your car or truck. But if you can bring back that color, and that's what our Trim Shine does. And on trim, it lasts longer. You may ask, well, why does it only last a year on glass? And we say a year plus with our glass because you have wiper blades that are causing a lot of that's causing friction and pressure across that coating. It eventually wears off. Side glass, rear glass, it'll certainly last more than a year. But we we try to be conservative. We don't want to be that company that throws out crazy numbers. Yeah, we'd rather under promise and over deliver. That's just what we do. So with our glass, we say a year. Trim, we're very comfortable saying 5+ years because you don't have a wiper blade going across it. Again, we've tested it and we've seen it ourselves, how long it lasts. And again, if you go on top of our plant where we manufacture this stuff, you'd find trim stuff pieces on top of our roof that we expose to the sun and elements. You know, we do stuff in the lab, but we also do real world stuff like, hey, let it outside for, you know, months, years, whatever. Just let's see what happens.